local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Well, right now at the new Lloydminster Nissan, you can get 0% financing on the incredibly popular Nissan Rogue, Sentra, or Kicks. And a reminder, the new Lloydminster Nissan is open in the service department on Saturdays from 9 to 1. We welcome you into the new Lloydminster Nissan. Jackie Tomayer is here, and we're going to find out about the CPCA Finals in Lloydminster next week. And Lana Lane is also going to join us with details on a downtown luncheon that is happening next Wednesday. SwiftNet.ca is now available in Lloydminster, Cold Lake, North Battleford, and surrounding communities. Get local internet that you can rely on, no data caps, and starting at just $39.99. And because they're local, you won't spend hours on hold anymore. It's unmatched customer service. Call 306-825-7111 today or visit swiftnet.ca. We'll be heading out this week with another Cupcakes for Caregivers delivery, and you can still get your nominations in. Just send us an email, livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Nominate any healthcare professional or family member or just caregiver or caregivers that you know that go above and beyond taking care of others. Just tell us a little bit about that caregiver and what makes them so special to you and those they care for. Cupcakes for Caregivers, proudly brought to you by Sobeys Lloydminster and the Lloydminster and District United Way. And we now know the United Way will be closing down, which is unfortunate after more than 70 years here in the city. We have found another sponsor, so we will announce that soon and keep that Cupcakes going, which has become so popular here. The City of Lloydminster presents Wheels at Work, a chance to meet the mighty machines and get a close-up look at the equipment that powers the city. You can take the kids out to Bud Miller Park from 4 to 7 p.m. tomorrow to see and climb on things like a hydrovac truck, a fire truck, graders, street sweepers, and loaders, and a whole lot more. It's free, and for the parents, there's an opportunity to take a look at some infrastructure plans that the city has as well. And sticking with the city, Thursday night, they're holding a free outdoor movie at the amphitheater, Bud Miller Park. The movie starts at 8 p.m. and you're encouraged to take a lawn chair or picnic blanket and enjoy the movie under the stars. This August, Jared Russell is taking part in his 10th annual Great Cycle Challenge in support of children battling cancer. Jared's family has put together a great glow-in-the-dark bike ride through Bud Miller Park on August 19th, and Lana Lane told us that you just show up. Show up at 9 o'clock that evening, make a donation to the Great Cycle Challenge, and they would like everyone to decorate their bikes as well.
We register about 9 o'clock that evening, so your registration into our event is a donation, hopefully, to Jared's ride. So whatever you're willing to donate to the ride this year, that's kind of your registration to get in. And so we'll register everybody up, and the plan is to head around some glow-lit pathways at Bud Miller. And probably for about that half an hour ride, we do have to be out of the park by 11.
And just a reminder, if you are donating to Jared's Great Cycle Challenge, you can donate tomorrow and it will be matched. Tomorrow's Kick Cancer's Butt Day, so all donations of $0.13 million for the Great Cycle Challenge will be matched. It's a huge fundraising day. It's become a major fundraiser for Jared and for the Russell family. A Miracle Treat Day in support of the children's hospitals is this Thursday. And with that in mind, we go back to one of the earliest Miracle Treat Days in Lloydminster. We go back to Dairy Queen in 2007.
On this day, your ice cream treat goes towards more than your hips.
I'm 11 and I go to Stollery because I have diabetes.
Every penny of the Dairy Queen Blizzard spot goes towards kids like Kat, getting treatment at Stollery Children's Hospital in Edmonton.
It's wonderful. It's great because there's more and more children heading to that hospital all the time, so it's wonderful that all this money goes to them.
Lloyd's Dairy Queen has been participating in Treat Day for a few years now. In fact, it's one of their busiest days of the year.
Oh, it was awesome last year, and this year's even better. I took a bunch to the car dealerships, newspapers and stuff, and we're just making blizzards like crazy.
With some tall orders at hand, treat makers were under heavy production. That's why Newcast hurried over to help them out.
we're just blowing up balloons, and it's all for a good cause. I mean, we haven't really done much yet. I think we're going to get into do more blizzard making and things like that, just to help out and things. And it's all fun.
A bit of a tricky skill to pick up, but with a bit of practice and tutorials from the pros, your order's up and you're helping kids get the treatment they need.
Thank you for supporting us.
Sarah Offen, New Cap News.
It's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Sundays to make filling your Big Blue jugs a whole lot quicker and easier. And if you want great tasting water right from your tap, call Superior Water and ask about their under-the-sink reverse osmosis systems. 780-875-6636. I drink Superior Water because, after all, it is Superior Water. Open on 57th Avenue, Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 5, and they have a coin-operated location for those late-night runs, which I've had to do a couple of times, just off Highway 17 South by 7-Eleven. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we've got Jackie Tomayer here to tell us about the CPCA Finals, another huge event coming to the Lloydminster exhibition this summer.
At CK McKean Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal, and that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
BioClean Disaster Services is Lloydminster's local restoration company. They're also Lloydminster's largest restoration company, and BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. Boy, that can throw a monkey wrench. Any kind of fire, flood, disaster, it interrupts everything. And you want to know what's going on with your restoration project. That's what BioClean Disaster Services does so well. They communicate with their customers. 1-833-246-8326. They will help you get your life back. And you can just ask Spiro's. They just reopened because they eventually had to close, but they were closed for one day when they had their fire, and they credit BioClean Disaster Services with that. 1-833-246-8326. We want to welcome you back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan. We're excited to have Jackie Tomayer with us, General Manager of the Lloydminster Exhibition, which, if you have done anything in the city this year, you've been out to the Lloydminster Exhibition this summer because you guys have been crazy busy. You guys have a ton of stuff going on.
Yeah, we crammed, 4 major events into about a 6-week span.
The fair, Indian Relay.
With Musical Ride.
With Musical Ride also, yes. And the Demolition Derby, the Boundary Auto Wars, and then now you got the
finals.
The finals, which is a staple.
Yeah, the teams will be rolling in Sunday. They'll leave Frog Lake and just to the north of us, and roll in Sunday night, Monday morning to get prepped for their last weekend of racing.
Wow, 5 days of racing.
Yeah, 5 days. Start Wednesday.
What time do the gates open, Jackie?
5 o'clock.
Okay, and races go at
6:30.
It's hard to believe that any delays and it starts to get a little dark.
Yes, we actually have it. I think it's in like the rules or the contract. I think past 8 o'clock you can't, or like we can't start anything, right? Because we want to make sure we get all the heats in under. We don't have lights around the track.
Right.
We're not a baseball field, so yeah.
It's just kind of depressing that it's come to that
I
already.
know. It already feels a little cooler in the mornings.
Yes.
Yeah, it's.
It
Yeah.
absolutely does.
Yeah.
You guys got the nicest week of the year for the fair.
It was unbelievable. We had one brief little rain shower in the Thursday afternoon, but other than that, it was phenomenal weather. It wasn't too hot. Like last year was way too hot, which is almost worse than rain. And no, we were just so grateful and lucky, and yeah, the weather cooperated.
Hopefully it cooperates next week
Yep.
as well. That you need, 5 days without rain would be just kind of perfect. So it's nice that it's coming this week.
Yeah.
Happening right now as we
Yeah.
speak, as a matter of fact. But each day you guys have a theme.
Yeah, we try to keep it a little bit fun. Wednesday we always start out with our dignitaries, and you and Heather do a lot of that work for us. I know the mayor's always there, and Colleen usually shows up, and so we have all our dignitaries. Rosemary's really good about coming. So we call it Wild West Wednesday, and we try to theme it that way. Thursday's Kids Day, and we have our clown back, who's been a couple years now. People really like him. We have the Kids Money Pit always happening. Friday we do Pink Friday. So we donate a portion of the drink sales of our pink drinks to breast cancer. And then Saturday, this year's format's a little bit different. The CPCA approached us in the spring and wanted to do a 3-barrel turn. So when that happens, we had to come up with a format for a semifinal Saturday. Because typically you'd have 4-barrel turns, so every driver would get a chance at 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, when you only have 3, so we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to turn one of the barrels, and then so we're going to do a semifinal Saturday. So the top 6 drivers will compete in those last 2 heats on Saturday, and the top 3 of those 2 heats, they'll move on to the finals on the Sunday.
Well,
so
that's
it's
different.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit exciting that 6 guys will have that opportunity to qualify for that final dash on Sunday.
So 6 guys will be in the running for that final.
Yeah. On the
dash.
Saturday. So yeah, we're going to call it semifinal Saturday, and then of course the final Sunday, where we have, all the accolades and the hardware, and we have a couple of fun new awards that we're going to give out this year that we've brought some great sponsors on to help us with those, and there's going to be a little bit of fan interaction in that. And I'm excited about it.
Oh, awesome. So down to 3 barrels now.
Yeah.
We see this happening everywhere.
Yeah. It just is what it is, and we're rolling with it, and we think the semifinal Saturday will be exciting.
You want to get your tickets, you can buy tickets. You can also buy packages, Jackie.
Yep, you can. Yeah, tickets are $20, 12 and under are free, and you can get them down at the Lloyd X office. You can get them at the gate. You can come down anytime. Saturday night we also have the cabaret.
Yep.
So High Limit is coming to play, which people seem to be really excited about. They performed at Fair and did a really great job. They're really great musicians. They have a great following, so we're hoping we can pack the Culligan Water Building and have just a great party. So those tickets also $20. We just kept things reasonable this year. We know times are tough, the economy, that sort of thing. So we're just trying to put on good events that cover our costs, but people can have a good time at.
Speaking of having a good time, one of the staples of the CPCA Finals over the last few years has happened after the horses leave the track on Sunday.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys have not just any dogs, some special dogs coming to race.
Yes. Thanks to our partners at Pet Planet, again, the Corgi races. And entries are flying in.
How do you enter?
Down at Pet Planet. They take care of it all. Yeah. They can phone down there, go down there. Yeah.
I had no idea there's so many corgis.
Yeah.
In our community or area.
Yeah, it was
until you see them all the time.
I know it was a lot of fun the last couple of years, and they really get into it. And we also have a bit of a staple at the CPCA Finals has been our inflatable costume race now, where we pull people from the stands. So keep watch. We have some new inflatables going to make a debut this year, and so yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. I was going to ask you something else. I can't remember what it is now. Just totally blew my mind. There was one.
We are still looking for a few volunteers.
That was it. That was it.
Perfect. We are still looking for a few volunteers to help with some gates. So, working the gates, you might miss maybe the first heat or the second, but then you'll be able to go in and sit and watch the races. But we are looking for a few more volunteers for the gate admission and on the Saturday for a couple little projects. So mostly we're about 80% full of volunteers, but we could use a few more if anyone is out there and wants to help out next week.
Thanks, Jackie. Am I missing anything else?
We just want to thank sponsors, of course. We didn't have a title sponsor this year, so we reached out into the community and people especially that loved the wagons, and we did a Friends of the Finals. So you're going to see them. Please, if you're around town and you see that they're involved, please just give them a thank you. This really helped us. We were, a little bit not sure what we were going to do without a major sponsor. That was, that's a big hole to fill, but these companies all stepped up and helped us out. So we're really grateful.
Do you have the pony chucks and the chariots again this year? You had them last year.
No, we don't have them. No, it's just the big guys, and they're going to race in Frog Lake one more weekend, and then they're going to move into Lloyd. And we just want to thank everybody for coming in advance, and we want to thank all our sponsors, our volunteers, our track committee, everyone that gets everything ready. The staff are working hard down there this week to make sure that everyone's going to have a good time next week.
And the CPCA has been very competitive this year. So what we'll do, what we want to do is we want to bring in the CPCA. We're going to try to reach out to them and get them in on Tuesday so we can set the scene.
Yeah.
Like who's in the running, who's to watch for, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Who are some new drivers? Because there's some new drivers in there.
That have really made an impression and done a really good job. There's some new outriders that are doing a really good job. And
And the Purple Prince is back.
Yep. It's there is going to be a couple surprises too. Some of the WPCA drivers have bought permits to come in and race at the finals. So there's going to be some of those guys too. So stay watched for those announcements. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're thrilled. I'll let them. We don't know who for sure is coming, but I do know of a couple. So we're excited.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that. Thanks, Jackie.
Yeah, thank you, Kurt.
Looking forward to it. Starts on Wednesday. Next Wednesday already is the CPCA Chuck Wagon Finals. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Lana Lane will tell us about a lunch that's happening downtown next Wednesday, and we'll kind of keep the community up to date with the Hub of Healing on what's happening with some projects in Lloydminster as it pertains to homelessness.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome to Wellings of Lloydminster and a community of ageless explorers. At Wellings, age is but a number and adventure is always part of the day. Come experience carefreedom living at Wellings of Lloydminster, where adults 55 plus enjoy a vibrant, stress-free way of life with a whole lot of fun. Stop in and say hello to their new general manager, Nicole, at 7211 72nd Avenue on the Alberta side, and visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for more. Wellings of Lloydminster, carefreedom living starts here. Well, excited to welcome Lana Lane back, and we're going to talk about the Hub of Healing and a luncheon that's happening, but I mentioned this off the top of the show as well. We had Lana in last week with Jared to talk about the Great Cycle Challenge. Tomorrow is a huge day, Kick Cancer Butt Day.
Yes, it is. So
that
tomorrow,
came up fast.
It did, and often it is a surprise. They just wait it out, I think, and they wait for that donor to come in, but all donations towards Jared's ride tomorrow, and any rider actually in the Great Cycle Challenge, will be matched up to, I think, 1.3 million, right? So if you are planning to donate to Jared's ride and the Great Cycle Challenge, tomorrow is a really good day to do that. So it's really just getting on their website. If you don't have the link to Jared's individual page, if you go onto greatcyclechallenge.ca, you can search Jared Russell up as your rider, and then that will take you to his page.
Huge day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Turn your 25 into 50, your 50 into 100, your 100 into 200.
It's amazing, yeah. It's a great day to donate for sure.
Absolutely. Now we can talk about Hub of Healing and your taco about it, which kind of is a play on words.
For sure.
But actually, before we get into that, maybe a refresher course on Hub of Healing. Tell us what the Hub of Healing is about.
So it actually came about 4.5 years ago when I was the family youth worker at Grace United Church, and was definitely dealing with a lot of people coming through our doors with certain concerns and issues. And many of the organizations downtown were dealing with the same clientele. And so the leadership group at Grace United Church felt that instead of all of us working in our individual silos and doing amazing work, why don't we get together and talk about the issues and the concerns of our downtown community, and what could we be doing all together, I guess. So it was just a way of bringing community service agencies together, celebrating a little bit more about what we do, but also attacking some of those issues and concerns with the downtown community.
And you mentioned Grace United Church. They play a huge part in that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Grace United Church, again, that's my church and that's where I belong. It definitely evolved when I was working there as family youth worker. But because we're a downtown church, and we do have those individuals coming to our door continually, it makes sense that we would be kind of that hub place for people to come. And so they provide all of the space for us to meet. So we meet every second Tuesday of every month. And from May 2021, there's only been one day that we haven't met as a group. And so whoever lands themselves around the table that day is meant to be there. And we welcome all service agency groups as well as community members. We definitely have some community members sitting on our group. And if you're interested in that, I guess those concerned items that are downtown with housing, with homelessness, with the whole food security, all of that kind of stuff plays into it. Transportation.
Yeah.
So those are the things that we talk about regularly at our hub meetings.
So the Talk About It is a chance to talk about Hub of Healing and well, not just necessarily Hub of Healing, but the different organizations within.
Yeah, I think, it's just a great way. Again, I keep saying to people, it's taken us 4.5 years to get to where we are now, but I do believe that we have the right people around the table to make some action change happen. And so this is an opportunity for anyone to come down, have taco in a bag, visit all of us, learn a little bit more about the Hub of Healing. But if you have specific questions and concerns with regards to any service agency group, all of those service agency groups will be represented that are sitting around our table. And it's just an opportunity to come and visit, have some conversation, and ask some tough questions that maybe you don't know the answers to.
How much is taco in a bag?
Taco in a bag it is free, but if you are wanting to give a donation, that is amazing. Thankfully, the Lloyd Regional Health Foundation is one of our partners around the Hub of Healing table, and they provided the seed money to do an event like this. We don't have a bank account. We don't have fundraising kind of going out there. So if you are inclined to make a donation, awesome. If not, and you just want to be there, the taco in a bag is free.
Some of these organizations that will be there, who will be there?
Yeah, so when I think of who comes regularly around our table, we're definitely looking at the men's shelter, the Olive Tree, Residents in Recovery with Tyler and his group, Slim Thorpe, the Spark Foundation of Lloydminster, the Lloydminster Public Library, and then we've got some really good concerned citizens that come regularly. Border City Connects has also been around there regularly. So again, it's who lands themselves based on questions and concerns that they have. We've had Sask Health Authority around our table since the onset, and it's really interesting to see the things that are of concern right now with the health. And right now it's a sexual health clinic. So we've had lots of conversation of what, again, does that look like? And when you think of the clientele that, you know, we're all dealing with, and the concerns of our youth in our community, when you talk sexual health, that is another real key piece of our conversations right now. So transportation, the homelessness issue, sexual health clinic, but also celebrating what we're all doing and just knowing what each other is doing. So communicating and working together instead of being that silo that's doing individual stuff.
When you say, I think we've got the right people around, is that because, Lana, you're starting to see results?
Yeah, and I think,
because I
again,
know home base is starting to definitely see results.
Oh, and home base is definitely, yeah. And again, I think when people first started, I guess, questioning what Hub of Healing was it just another meeting that we sent somebody to and we're all sitting there and really not doing much other than it's another meeting? This is a group, I believe, that is acting. So it took us a while to get, I think, things figured out as to what those main issues and concerns are. But sometimes the folks around the table are those passive kind of sit back people and maybe aren't your go-getters. I just truly believe now we finally have a group that are go-getters, but we're all on the same page. We maybe weren't on the same page before. We were all kind of just floundering a little bit. And so I think we've had a bit more direction as far as the leadership group goes as to what is it exactly that the Hub is trying to do. Because I used to be part of the network meetings, which is again facilitated by Midwest Family Connections and the City of Lloyd. And it was amazing to find out what all these service agencies groups were doing and celebrate again what everybody is doing. But that's all it was really a share of what we're all doing. This group is more about let's share what we're doing, but how can we help you get to where you want to be? So when I look at even the men's shelter right now and they're running for shelter that's coming up, the Hub of Healing will have a team in that. And so it's what can we do as this group of people sitting around that's going to help and support what you're already doing. It's just more manpower. And again, because we're dealing with the same clientele and we're in that same familiar space of downtown, we all get it. And so I think it's just really, it's taken that long for us to finally figure that out. But I would say years ago, we didn't have men's shelter working alongside other service agency groups. I think we've just now come to a point where, yeah, we're all working together and we're really sharing in what each other's doing, and that vision and mission is kind of the same.
What time do things get started on Wednesday?
So we're looking at, again, next Wednesday, which is the 20th of August, and it will start at 11:30. It is a come and go. You don't have to commit yourself to the 11:30 right till 1 o'clock. But if there is time in your lunch hour that you can just pop on down and have a taco in a bag and ask some questions to some people, learn a little bit more about who we are. Really, it's come and go anytime throughout that 11:30 to 1. We do have the road blocked off just outside of Grace United Church, so it will be on 47th Street in between that parking lot, so the PSM lawyer, and our parking lot at the church and between the church. So that will be blocked off. There will be chairs and tables out there, and we just hope that we get a good turnout of people asking lots of great questions.
Is there anything I'm forgetting, Lana, that you want people to know about?
Yeah, I don't think so. I really encourage people to come out and learn a little bit more. I think we can be doing better, and we will only do better if we all know what each other are doing. So this is a great opportunity to just come and learn a little bit more about the service agency groups, learn a little bit more about Hub of Healing and why we meet every second Tuesday of every month. Yeah.
Well, I think when things like this happen, you always ask yourself, is this for me? Like, do I just, you're welcoming everyone.
Oh, absolutely. And, it's interesting. We got started in the Weekly Bean, so we're kind of doing some posts or some articles, I guess, in the Weekly Bean. And it was great. I got a follow-up call from the article that was in there, and it was a community member just interested in, wow, I didn't even know this was going on. Like, what is this? Can I come sit at the table? And I'm like, absolutely you can. It's not just service agency group people that are going to make the change and difference that we're looking for in Lloyd. It is community. And community involves average people that maybe aren't committed to certain organizations, right? We all work together, and our community is only great when we're all working together. So anybody is welcome to join.
Thanks, Lana.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you. We'll be back with you tomorrow, and Joanne will join us from Dairy Queen. We'll talk about Miracle Treat Day and some of the money that they raise, because I know a lot of people have used the Children's Stollery Hospital and will want to support it by buying a Blizzard on Thursday. And we also have the motocross guys coming in, and we have motocross riders of all ages coming to see us on Wednesday as well. So that's going to be interesting. That's tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, right here at the new Lloydminster Nissan.